All right, back here for sideboarding of Grixis Control versus green-white tokens. Over on my side, I basically just need to lean up or lean down. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What am I talking about?
Sideboarding, I think.
Yeah,
You're trying.
I'm doing my best. I really am.
A for effort.
I want to lean out. How is
lean
that
away?
Lean? No. I'm not. Go leaner. Get leaner.
What is the verb form of that word? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I
I love forms of words.
You should just say cut the fat.
Okay, so I'm trying to trim the fat. And
or if you were George Foreman, knock out the fat.
Word. All right. Yeah. So I'm cutting on these read the bones. I'm sorry. This is just utter nonsense. Cutting these read the bones. I really need my early plays to impact the board. Particularly, I need to be able to interact with planeswalkers because Nissa and Gideon are very dangerous against this spot removal deck. If they're able to stay on the battlefield for a couple turns, they're just going to go wild and going to be very difficult to contain. So I don't really think I can ever take the turn off. So I'm including duresses, basically instead of read the bones. More Radiant Flames, just because they can help clean up Sylvan Advocates, Raven Inspectors, incidental tokens, secure the wastes, and yeah, they're pretty good against token strategies.
Yep.
And then Silumgar's Command is a nice card that can like cleanly answer a Gideon. It can both destroy the Planeswalker and bounce the token, or kind of like break up a Hangerback Walker by bouncing it. Could even just counter a Secure the Wastes or a removal spell or an Evo Leap. Lots of uses against Ross's deck, actually. So
usually,
I think Silumgar's Command's going to be good.
You're usually killing a Planeswalker, which is something that you need to do because Planeswalkers are great threats.
Yep.
But the issue with taking a turn to kill them directly is that you're falling behind on board while doing so. So one of the other abilities will usually make some impact on the board so you don't fall too far behind, especially on a 5-mana spell. So it works pretty well. And then the negate mode is also going to be pretty good too.
Yeah, Command's just really powerful. And then other cards we're cutting, a Fiery Impulse. Even though Ross has Sylvan Advocates and some other like small ball creatures, I don't want to draw just like a critical mass of spot removal. They're not going to line up well against Planeswalkers.
Not going to be able to kill my Thraben Inspector on turn 1. It's going to be a problem.
I'm not going to be able to kill the Thraben Inspector on turn 1. That sucks.
Yep.
Boarding out a Kolaghan's Command, it's a very powerful card, especially with Goblin Dark Dwellers. And it can like answer Hangerback Walkers and get 2-for-1s, but it is a 3-mana spell that isn't able to interact with the Planeswalkers very profitably, so I don't want to draw a bunch of copies. And then we're trimming on a Jace. Jace isn't going to die too often in this matchup, and I don't want to draw a bunch of them, and I don't have access to blue mana early necessarily, so Jace is fine on like turn 5 or 6, but I don't think we need 4 copies in our deck in this matchup.
Okay. On my side, I am trimming or cutting entirely the Lambholt Pacifists because in this matchup, they're just not going to be that effective. Like, you want your 2-drop to be able to apply pressure immediately. This card matches up a lot better when you are playing more in combat, say against Bant Company or humans, and this is just not what's happening in this matchup. So I'm cutting all of those, and I'm switching up some of my removal spells. I've cut 2 of the Dromoka's Commands in the main, and it's possible I should cut the 3rd and play the 3rd Declaration. Might change that going forward. But I think with a longer game, Declaration actually giving them a clue is somewhat of a liability. But I want to ensure that I can kill Kalidas and Dragonlord Silumgar, and sometimes I also want to be able to kill Goblin Dark Dwellers, but Command is a little bit better against killing Jace, and you should be able to kill Dark Dwellers with Command a reasonable percentage of the time as well, as long as you have an Avacyn or a pumped-up Sylvan Advocate.
Just live in the dream. Just have Sylvan Advocates and Avacyns laying around, just ready to
I
go.
have one of them at some point laying around, yes.
Okay.
If that's the dream, then sure. And then I'm bringing in some better threats to blank some of Michael's removal. Secure, which I think is very good in this matchup, even though Michael's bringing in Radiant Flames. You can usually get a lot of value just playing it end step and getting 1 attack in. Usually they have to Radiant Flame somewhat early against some of your aggressive creatures, so Secure is a nice, really good late game card to draw. And then Evolutionary Leap we've seen a bunch of in these sorts of decks, and we have a lot of like good value creatures, like healthy amount of mana to be able to sacrifice things to leap. It's also really cool.
Yeah, really great with Skillies.
So, yeah, pretty basic sideboarding here. The control deck's trying to get a little bit leaner, the aggro deck's trying to get a little bit fatter, and we meet somewhere in the middle. What?
I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
I guess it's like the nursery rhyme. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean.
Join us in a moment for Game 3. All right, back here for game 3. My hand is pretty sketchy, but maybe my favorite planeswalker can have it all come together for me. So I'm going to keep.
Well, my hand needs a couple more lands, but other than that, it is great. So I'll keep.
All right, go.
Perfect. Wow, that was perfect. Woo, baby. I'm so excited now. The Raven Inspector.
Obviously, it would be great if we could turn on 2 cards in our hand, but I think we're just going to need to play Jace this turn to.
That's just the perfect draw.
Make us have a game. I'm just going to get this Dromoka's commanded, and I'm going to be really upset. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
Why I left them in.
Pretty much what's about to happen here. Your turn.
This was an X2 blue instant that draws X cards. I will attack.
Block.
Ah, you got it again!
I'm just so smart.
I know. Hang her back for 1. You can go. I never have the Dromoka's command.
Please draw Black Source.
And by that I mean I have it exactly as often as I should. Over the course of a large sample size.
Sample sizes, eh? Oh, good lord, audience, what do I do?
Oh, I forgot to poll them about Jack Sprat. Okay. we found out during the break while we were setting up sideboarding.
That our director doesn't know.
Yeah,
what Jack
neither
Sprat is.
Michael or our director, Travis, knows the nursery rhyme Jack Sprat, which made me feel really old.
It's because you are old.
Not even old.
Who are you trying to convince?
Me!
Okay.
Of course. I will attack for 2.
No blocks.
Yeah, no blocks this time. Got him. 18.
Yes, I have no blockers.
Play Nissa, make a plant. You can go.
Please draw a Black Source. There we go. There we go. Yep, I'm lucky. Super duper lucky. This is actually a tough decision. We can play this in anticipation of trying to hit like a Gideon. We can cast this card to help clean up the board a little bit. But if we wanted to kill the Raven Inspector, then we'd have to kill our Jace. So I think we just want to do this turn, but it's a reasonable consideration whether we want to loot first to try to get more information before we cast Transgress, or if we do it afterwards, or we can just have Jace block. Reasonably likely that Ross will minus this turn, but we could still get a block on the plant. And I'm not sure if we actually draw anything that would change our decision, so I think we can wait. I'll just transgress you.
Got some good options.
Ooh, those are some good cards. All right. Is missing lands, so probably not interested in taking Avacyn. So it's basically
Agreed.
between Gideon and Stasis Snare. And if Ross spends his whole turn next turn just Stasis Snaring our Jace, it's not the end of the world, I don't think. So we'll just take the Gideon. And it'll be your turn.
Okay, well... Interesting. Question here is whether I want to... How I want to act... That's there, that's there.
Oh, I bet one of those is a land.
Mm.
Real smooth, Ross.
You're one to talk.
Yeah?
So 4 cards in hand. Yeah, the question is how I want to activate my Nissa. I'm likely snaring that Jace just so it doesn't flip, which doesn't feel great. Although I'm not super worried about a Dark Dwellers here, and he doesn't have the second black mana for Kalitas, and is 2 mana short of Dragon Lord, Silumgar.
What if I had Fiery Impulse? I was just long conning you. Man, wouldn't that be sick?
Fire. Well, Impulse doesn't kill my Nissa.
And then I flip my Jace in response to Stasis Snare.
Sure, that would be pretty good.
I don't have it.
But that is definitely a consideration. I could securing main phase and then minus doing this just runs headfirst into Radiant Flames, which is not something I'm interested in doing. So, and if I want to plus my Nissa, I think then I would want to hold the Stasis Snare for a Silumgar, because if I'm plussing Nissa, I'm likely trying to go towards Ultimate, just plus and then minus minus. But is that better than minus? This is tough. It's just like a bunch of weird close calls.
Yeah, these games seem very difficult to play.
I'm gonna activate my Hangerback now.
Sure.
That would tease out a Fiery Impulse, I guess.
Maybe I'm actually just supposed to respond. Because now I have all the information.
Oh, no. Yeah. This is this. I'm trying to, like, tease out the Fiery Impulse so I actually get to kill your Jace. I think that's worth it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm supposed to respond. I think you're probably just pretty locked into Stasis Snare now, so I'll activate it. Sure.
I want to Stasis Snare the Jace.
Yeah.
Jace is actually an issue on this board.
Okay. I'll discard Ultimate Praise. Okay.
Yeah, at this point, I think I just want to minus and start getting my Hanger back up. It'll make it difficult for him to deal with it unless he has a Kalitas. But then this will make it bigger than Kalitas, so he'd have to have Kalitas plus Grasp or something, and I can start applying some pressure. Attack for 3.
Yep.
15. You can go. That's a weird sequence.
Don't care about Fumarole hitting Nissa back.
Hadn't really considered that. Yeah. I don't want to.
Okay.
Just take 2.
16.
That's probably a reason not to start tapping the Hanger back immediately. Just miss a point that way. But I get to get more information. It's probably worth a point in a matchup like this.
Okay. Casting Dark Dwellers.
How is that coming into play untapped?
It's Forbidding.
Yeah, that's Forbidding Ruins.
Oh, gosh.
Got him this week. We got him.
All right, I had it.
What?
All right. Okay, so the question is whether I want to take Avacyn or Secure the Wastes. I don't know. Secure the Wastes is pretty scary right now, and I don't know if I can beat an Avacyn if Ross draws a land, but maybe if I get an extra turn, then I can beat an Avacyn. I will...
Yeah, these are all just really tough decisions.
Yeah, I'll just duress you. Take Secure the Wastes.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm not at all confident that...
Oh, man.
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
So I could attack and get in some damage for the price of my Avacyn, but that seems poor, especially because that would allow mages to kill Nissa. I guess I could, like, Avacyn minus Nissa, and that gets it out of Grasp of Darkness range. That would be pretty bad against a Dragonlord Silumgar next turn. 3 cards in hand. If I were to do that, it's unlikely that plays Silumgar next turn. This is so I play Avacyn, I'm minus, you probably block the 3-4, and then you take 6, which brings you to 10, and I'd have a lot of damage on the board. That's the way to apply the most pressure, but then if you did Silumgar me, like, I would just be on Hanger back, I'd have to spend a turn making it a 5-5, and it just loses. So I don't think I can reasonably make that play, which means I think I'm just going to make a plant and pass.
Okay.
We'll set up a Nissa minus next turn.
That was not a bad draw. Go.
I think I'd rather just hold the Avacyn then. Add a counter.
Yep.
Canopy Vista. And so now this is on 3. If I minus it, then these are both out of Radiant Flame's range, which is kind of nice. Kind of want to get Hanger back to a 5-5 before I start attacking with it in case I get Silumgar, but I guess you could just Silumgar the the actual hangerback walker at that point, which would be pretty good. You're at 16.
Yeah.
This is just like impossible to be confident that you're playing perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're just making like very value plays. I think I'll try to make him blink first. Make a plant. You can go.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. That's normally what's best in these spots. Is just, I'm the one developing my board better, so I'm the one better equipped to deal with that. Should have popped my clue last turn. That was bad. I'm sure someone will tell me.
I'm sure. So probably force Ross to do something. Your turn.
Ugh. At this point, I really don't want to play the Archangel because I need the Archangel to protect Hangerback.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't grasp it, so I'll make this a 5/5.
Yep.
I will pop this clue.
Yep.
Draw a card. That was great.
Come on.
Do I want to use it now? So I have to worry about Fiery Impulse.
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing. And so if I counter fight and you impulse in response for 3, then I won't get any tokens because they'll both go to the graveyard at the same time. Kalidas will see it and will exile it. So that is not something I'm interested in. So I'll wait, and then I'll just minus this turn and fight. Well, that seems good. Jesus. So I don't even have to minus, right? I can just
take it up.
Yeah. Tick up. Counter fight.
Yep. I gain 3.
Yep.
19.
You got 19. And then I'll tick this up.
Sure.
You can go.
I'll dress you. Okay. Alright, I'll Radiant Flames for 3.
Yeah, I figured.
Technus it.
Maybe I should have gone for it to protect against that Radiant Flames.
Go.
This feels like I've done something stupid. Make a plant.
Yep.
Bash you for 7. You're 12. You can go.
I'll attack Nissa.
So now my Avacyn is likely dying. Yeah, I still have to just go for it. Yes, it did.
Go. Don't think I'm in a good spot.
Yeah, attack for 7. If you find like a Kalidas or something, you can go.
I'll have a Cletus. I'm just not sure that's even good. Ooh, okay. That was a good draw. Boom. Okay. Yep. Thank you.
16.
Go.
Go to 15.
Yep.
Ugh. If I just commanded on step, not played around Fiery Impulse.
I don't know how I'm winning this game.
I just played it really badly. And now I'm drawing a bunch of lands to punish me.
Sweet, sweet justice.
Yeah, it is definitely justice. You can go.
Chandra.
It's dead.
Yeah. I
-1.
think I just -1 send these 2.
You can send all 3.
I could, but I think that's pretty dangerous.
Against what?
Just Avacyn.
Doesn't kill anything.
I mean, I think like
and if their -1 resolves, I clearly don't have Avacyn.
I don't think that's even necessarily true. I think maybe
I can only win this game with the West 5.
Yeah, maybe.